Hi, Evan. How are you doing today?
Hi. I think I am addicted to Netflix recently, so I'm not very efficient on my study. And I do not have enough sleep every day because I watch drama until midnight.
What are you watching? What do you have any recommendations?
Recently, I think recently I watched lots of drama like How I Met Your Mother and
Oh, that one's good.
yeah, that is funny and what's one and Suits.
Suits is really good. I love Harvey. He's
Yeah,
so good looking.
my wife really likes Suits, and yeah,
Nice.
and I also use the video to practice my listening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Suits is very, I guess if you want to learn more about the legal, I guess their job and what they do, then it's quite interesting.
Yeah, well, I think I just because Suits is a long story in every episode about
Right.
1 hour, so
Yeah.
I think the How I Met Your Mother is maybe better because it's just 20 minutes.
Right. So which one do you enjoy more?
If for just for fun and for relax, I think How I Met Your Mother is wonderful. And if I want to learn something from the story, I think Suits is more suitable.
Okay. Yeah. I've watched both of them and they're both very enjoyable, I think. So great. Okay, so did you guys have time to read the article for today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. Billy, did you get a haircut?
Really?
Did you
Do you
get
like
a
it?
haircut? Did you get a haircut? It's new, right? You just got it recently.
Yes.
I can tell.
Did you did you
Yes.
like it?
Yeah, do I like it? Yes. Okay, it's nice. Okay, great. So let's talk about COVID-19. Okay, so this article is about how it has made an effect on the world. And this is just one of them. And I think it was quite interesting how it cuts wildlife trade. Before we begin, I just is wondering if you guys know what other effects COVID-19 has. I know there's a lot of negative effects, but have you guys heard of any positive effects that has been happening? Evan.
Yeah, for example, for the ecology, because the human beings' activity are reduced and the pollution are lower recently, and the animals have their have more space to have their activity. For example, the turtles can hook their legs on the beach in India, and because there are no people on the beach.
Right, there's no one on the beaches, right? So the animals, they're coming out. Billy, have you heard of any news about?
Yes, just like Evan saying, in India, I heard one city. I forgot the city's name in India. The residents are very surprised that they can see the Himalaya from their city. Yeah, so the air is becoming fresh and clear. So sometimes sometimes news, for example, in Italy, Venice, they found a lot of 水母. I don't know how to say it.
Jellyfish?
And
jellyfish.
Yeah, jellyfish. Yeah, in the water, and the water becomes very clear. Yes, I think the environment is becoming more better than before.
Okay, right. Today is also Earth Day. Did you guys know that? Today's Earth Day.
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, today's Earth Day. April 22nd is Earth Day. Yeah. Okay, so what do you know about wildlife trade? Evan, what can you tell us about wildlife trade?
It means trade of animal for example to buy some wild animal from businessmen. Yeah, or maybe they might not be lived. They maybe some fur on their body or their tooth, something like that.
Tooth.
But,
like
tooth.
Like
like the tooth of the elephant.
Okay, the tusk. That's a tusk.
Tusk. Oh, okay. Or the horn.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Billy, can you tell us why is it happening? Why is there wildlife trade?
I think according to the economic theory, some needs from those people who want to become more healthy, maybe with incorrect concept. So they want to be more healthy or want to be stronger, so they want to eat the animal, the wildlife.
Okay.
So there is some needs. So some supplies produce or provide the animal for them to eat. So it's become a marketing.
Okay, so people are eating these animals. Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay, other than eating, Evan, is there anything that you can give us any feedback on?
Yeah, maybe some like Chinese people, they like to use some organ of animal to make medicine.
Okay, to make medicine.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's usually participating in this wildlife trade? Who's the people who, I guess, benefits from it, and who's the people that buy it?
Like some illegal hunters and the businessmen between the businessmen, they sell the animal or the part of animal will be benefit from it.
Okay, so they're selling it for money. Great. So you guys looked at the pre-reading before the lesson, right? Before reading the article. Okay, so here is a bit of brainstorming. Let's go through. So we have 4 parts that are somehow connected to wildlife trade. So we have the pet shops, right? Do you guys think it's okay to have pet shop? If it's okay, give us the reasons why. If it's not okay, tell us why. So you can choose, is it okay or not okay? So Evan, for pet shops.
I think it's okay. Yeah, and because like some recently a lot of slogans say that we hope us to adopt an animal instead of buying an animal. But there are still some animal like fish or birds. We do not have the adoption house in Taiwan. So if people they want to have this kind of animal, they still need pet shops.
Okay, so they still need pet shops. So you think it's okay?
Yeah.
Even though the pets sometimes they may not come from, dog mills. Have you heard of dog mills before? No? It's dogs that are kept in very bad conditions and they're forced to, so the dog will need to get pregnant in order to have puppies. So one dog will be locked up in a cage in a very bad condition. She'll be forced to keep on breeding, have puppies, get pregnant, have puppies, get pregnant, have puppies. This will continue for around 6 times until she can't really have puppies anymore. And then people would just throw her away, throw her on the streets.
Yeah, I think for this kind, like for dogs, I totally agree with the adoption instead of buying. Yeah,
but adoption, right?
Adoption, right?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, but I mean that there are also other pet animals, for example, fishes and birds. Yeah, but I don't know anywhere I can adopt a fish. So I think maybe we still need a pet shop for this kind of animal.
Okay, but not really for dogs and cats.
Yeah.
Okay, Billy, what do you think about fur coats? Is it okay to have a fur coat? You're gonna wear your animal when you go out?
But yes, I think fur coats is not okay because you want to show your wealth or want to show your fashion, but it's not illegal to kill precious animals to show your fashion. I don't like it. If you want to show your fashion or your taste, maybe you can choose some material from the nature, or you just made it by yourself. So I think any event to hurt the animal or to hurt life to show your fashion, I think it's not okay.
Okay. So it's not okay to have fur coats. Zoos. Evan, what do you think about zoos?
Yeah, I think zoo. I think zoo is okay for we have the animal who could not who could not adapt to the wildlife, because we know that there are some animals be kept in the zoo for many years, so they can adapt to the wildlife now. But I don't agree if we want a new animal and we hunt them from the wildlife.
Okay. So zoos, people say that it's to keep animals in a closed space just so people can see them. It's kind of like to educate people.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think I had fun when I was a child in the zoo, and it made me know that there are lots of different kinds of animals on the world. Instead, though I also could read them from a book, but if I see a living animal, it's totally different. But I also know that that is really their house, so it's a kind of it's not a very good education for child to know animal, because we just know about how they look like, and but what they showed is not their real life. But I think we still need a zoo, because they already have lots of animals. They can't go back to the wildlife because they lived in the zoo for a very long time. So if they go back to the wildlife, they might be ate by other animals, or might be break the balance ecology currently.
Okay, that's true. So what about eating meat? I'm giving this one to Billy.
Obviously, I am a vegetarian, so I think eating meat is not okay. I don't know. Some my friend said you need more nutrition from animal, but I don't think so. I am very healthy.
Okay. So you
So
don't think you
I
need to eat meat.
Yes. So I think without eating meat, you also can be very healthy and then can be very strong. Some famous athletes are very strong. For example, a famous athlete, Luis. Do you know Luis? Tianjin.
Okay, she's a track and field runner. Does she run?
Yes.
Okay, sprint. Is she like a sprinter, like a very short distance?
Yes.
Okay, so she's a sprinter.
Yes, and break records, the world records, several times. Yes, and he is very famous, and so I think without eating meat also can be very, very healthy.
Okay, right. There's a lot of vegetarians. I also know a lot of people who are vegetarian and they're surfers. Actually, surfing is a sport that's very tiring, and they're able to maintain in good shape and good health by eating by being vegan. Just they need to care more about how they get their proteins, if they have enough proteins that they're intaking. Yeah. Okay, great. So let's continue on with this. I think this part is the most interesting part. So to give your rankings from the biggest dangers of the world to the smallest. So do you guys know what all of these mean? So we got pandemics, global warming, pandemics, talking about like coronavirus. We have overpopulation, nuclear war, cyber wars, talking about the internet. There can be hackers. GM food. Do you know what this one is?
Gene, like something related to gene.
Right, to the genetics. I believe it was genetic something. Does Billy know what that one is? Genetically modified food.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, and we have artificial intelligence and terrorism. So, okay, we have 8. So from 1 to 8, which one would be the most dangerous in the world? Okay, so what do you guys think? Let me know your order. Evan, do you have your order?
I think I'll choose pandemic as first.
First one, okay.
Yeah, and the second one I'll choose nuclear war.
Nuclear war, okay.
Yeah, and the third one maybe global warming.
Global warming.
Yeah. And so I need to rank all of them.
Yeah, rank all of them from
okay. And
1 to 8.
The fourth one, terrorism, and then overpopulation, and GM food, and cyber wars. The last is artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay. I'm interested in asking, why do you choose artificial intelligence as the least?
Yeah, because I think it is created by human beings. So maybe lots of movies and drama describe a world that they are out of control, but I don't think so. I think we still have the method to control the artificial intelligence.
Okay. Billy, is your ranking different than Evan's?
Yes. The first is nuclear war.
What?
And pandemic.
Okay.
And next, terrorism.
Okay.
And global warming.
Okay.
And overpopulation.
Mm-hmm.
And the GM food.
Mm-hmm.
And cyber wars.
Okay.
The last is artificial intelligence.
Oh, oops. Wait. Okay, so yours is last, is that one. Sorry. Got 6 here and 7 here. So actually yours is quite similar to Evan's, except for why do you put your number 1 is different. Why is nuclear war more serious or more dangerous than pandemics?
If we happen the nuclear war, I think the human being will be at the end, because no human being, the environment is polluted by the hard or poison substance, and the human being cannot survive, cannot exist in the bad, worst situation. No, do not have a good environment. I think that human being will go to the end. So I think nuclear war is the most dangerous event in the world.
You mean like human beings will all die because we created this nuclear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But pandemic I think is most dangerous because we can't really control it. It's very hard to control unless you live somewhere where no one is.
Yes, but I think, for example, right now, we also a lot of people exist in the world, and I think we can produce or create some medicine to protect. Mm-hmm.
Very waiting for the vaccine. Okay, what does Evan think about this? Being the one of a doctor, what do you think?
I think we might need maybe half year to years to control the pandemic, or maybe we invade vaccine finally, but there might be other pandemic after this one. So it's every new pandemic is out of control. So and in history, in 1918, the swine flu caused about fatality about a bit how many people? About millions 10 millions of people in the world.
Wow.
So it's so it's very it is very serious.
It's deadly.
It's deadly. And in the history about a nuclear war, like the nuclear bomb in Japan, it's about close about 100,000 people died. But I think because after that the government they find that they make a sense that nuclear war is not reasonable, so it's being controlled in every strong power in the world.
Okay, so you think it'll be controlled. So pandemics are very hard to control until we see the vaccine.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I think very interesting. So let's go through this article. Evan, would you please read the first paragraph?
Okay. Conservation experts are saying that the trade in wildlife could be greatly cut after the coronavirus pandemic has finished. They say that the virus probably started at market selling selling wild animals in China. The virus came from either a bat or an animal called pangolin. It then crossed over to infect humans. The conversation group Human Society International said the consumption of wild animals which can carry diseases that can cross the species barrier poses a real threat to human health. The Wildlife Conservation Society called for a ban of animal markets that trade in wildlife. It said, not only will this help to prevent the spread of the disease, it will address one of the major drivers of species extinction.
Right. Thank you, Billy.
A spokesman from the Zoological Society of London said animal markets could be time bombs. He said that the markets can provide perfect conditions for new viruses to start and grow. He added late, if we treated animals like goods to buy and sell, we would be in trouble again in the future. Scientists say many new outbreaks of viruses start in animals. About 75% of new infectious disease come from animals. Recent examples include SARS, MERS, and Ebola. Infections from animals cause millions of illnesses and deaths worldwide every year. Its experts said the world must act soon because realistically, it's just a matter of time before the next zoonotic disease risk emerges.
Good job. Okay. Realistically.
Realistically.
Right. So if you say here, this is London. You sound
London.
like you're saying it in Chinese. So I can imagine the Chinese. It's called London. Okay. Right. And we're talking about illnesses. Illness is singular. Illnesses.
Illnesses.
And here is zoonotic. Okay, so you can split it. Zoonotic. Zoonotic. Zoonotic disease. Good job. Okay, so talking about this part, it said that what is the percentage of diseases coming from animals?
75.
Right, super high. So for discussion question, who said the trade in wildlife could be greatly cut after the pandemic? You guys
Conservation group.
Okay. Is it a conservation group?
Yeah, a spokesman from conservation group.
Billy, can you tell us what his name was?
Experts.
Mega expert. Okay. What actions would you take about the wildlife trade? Evan, what do you think about this question?
I think they need to be banned and maybe punished by jail or fine.
Okay, so they need to spend time in jail. So you need to lock them up, or they should be fined.
I think they should be jailed, and if they earn the money, they should be fined.
Okay, so they should be locked up in jail. I have another question. Do you guys know what pangolin is? Pangolin.
Pangolin. I don't know. Maybe 穿山甲. I guess.
Yeah. I was gonna show you a picture. That's good. That's good. Okay, right. I was gonna show you a picture. They have them now in the Taipei Zoo. It's the newest animal that they have. Yeah. Okay, so should people who trade in wild animals be punished? So you say they should, right? You want to lock them up in jail, and you want to fine them. Okay. Billy, how can we educate more people about species extinction? You know what extinction is, right?
Yes, yes. Few animals in the world.
Few animals is endangered. Extinct is no animals.
Yeah.
Okay. So how can we educate more people about that? If you want to educate your children, how can you do that?
I know a very famous species extinction animal, for example, panda. And the panda is very cute and very...
They're endangered. They're not extinct.
Very dangerous.
They're endangered. So they are in danger of becoming extinct. But extinction means they're already gone. You cannot find them anywhere in the world because of humans or because of destroying their habitats.
Okay. If we don't have the species, the precious animal in the world, and maybe will impact the natural environment.
Right.
So we need to find out, we need to praise the animal and to educate people to know the value of the species extinction animal.
Yeah, so how? I'm asking you how. So what can we do?
Government can, or some organization can make a lot of promotion or video to promote the event, to talk, to tell, to educate our children.
Okay, so you want the government to do that?
Yes.
Do you think our kids are going to see the promotions from the government? Are kids going to care about that?
Yes. When my daughters went to studied in the elementary school, sometimes they get me a lot of materials from the school, and they told me, "Hey, Dad, the species extinction is very precious."
Okay. So in school, you're talking about start from school. So we should start to educate our children through schools and maybe the curriculum. Okay, that's good. Evan, what do you think of trading animals in pet shops?
I think I share my thoughts just in the beginning of the class.
Oh, you think fish and birds have no feelings? It's okay. Dogs and cats are not okay. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but maybe
fish has small brains. Okay, so you think that certain animals, it's okay to trade animals, certain animals, but not animals like dogs and cats, basically.
I just don't know if we do not have pet shop, how can we have a bird or fish? Because I know I can adopt a dog and cats from the adoption house, but I don't know how can I get a bird from other places without pet store.
Okay, that's fair.
No.
Okay, Billy, should government spend more on planning for future outbreaks of the virus?
Yes. I think Taiwan government has a lot of experience and do a lot of planning, to prevent the disease. Sometimes the experience from the SARS.
Okay, from previous.
So we can observe the world, for example, Italy or Europe countries. The government does have the concept and they do not spend a lot of pressure or money to educate their citizens. So right now, Europe and America has become the more dangerous and serious country impact from the disease.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Okay, so for the last question, what questions would you like to ask the conservation experts? Okay, let's think about that for 1 minute and let's come back into the classroom again, okay?
Okay.
Let's start this. Okay.